All right, everyone. All right, folks. Gonna be starting up now. Okay. Back with another album spotlight plus live, number 3. This is for March 2023. 24, excuse me. Sorry about that. I flubbed. Well, just a little backstory about why I'm doing it this way this year. From about the 10th of the month to the 10th of the month, I'm counting whatever I purchased there, and that's what I'm going to be talking about, some of those purchases. So my cutoff time obviously was March 10th. That was a few days ago. I think March, I got a little bit more than I got previous month. So that was pretty cool. I mean, I guess there's going to be some months where I'm going to be kind of purchase a lot, and there's some months not enough. Just depends on honestly my finances. I did purchase a little bit more this last segment because I traded in some old movies that I no longer was watching, and I figured I'll trade them in. I have an updated version of them, so I'll just trade them in. And so I got credit, so I figured I'm going to get some things that I really wanted. But those I'll talk about a little later. Now, what I'll talk about now is I got 4 new releases out that I purchased this last month, and I'm going to start off with Big Train, The Likes of Us. This is the first studio album with the new singer, and he fits in really perfectly with them. I noticed, I think someone was asking me how it was, and I said it's the same train but with a different engine. I noticed it's a little more energetic than the last one, and this is that digibook where it comes with the Blu-ray. I haven't had a chance to listen to that yet, but I'm gonna get the headphones on and have at that. If you're a fan of this band, this is really a no-brainer to purchase it. If you're a newcomer, I would recommend it. I mean, if you want to start here, I mean, they got a big catalog. I mean, no pun intended. I mean, their catalog goes back to the 90s. So some of the earlier stuff are, if I remember correctly, they're out of print. I think like the first album. So, but I think they have a Bandcamp. So if you're a completist, you can always get the digital format of it. All right, next one is Steve Hackett, The Circus, and the Nightwhale, excuse me. He's been out of all the Genesis people, solo, he's been kind of consistently progressive. I mean, obviously, everybody that knows him, he's done a lot of the Genesis revisited stuff, anniversaries of different albums, and I mean, he keeps the music of Genesis alive, literally. But in this one, he kind of it's just not really a return to form, but it's like he just continues to please the fans' ears, and mine too. I mean, I don't have all of his stuff. There's some gaps here and there, mostly in the later years. But you know, I try to pick up whenever he puts out a new one. And this one, I was very glad I picked this up. So again, if you're a fan, I'd say this is something worth picking up. Next one up is a debut from a band called North Sea Echoes. Now, North Sea Echoes is basically Jim Matheos and Ray Alder of Fates Warning. It's just the two of them, no one else. You know, it's not like there's no supporting cast. This is completely different than Fates Warning. So if you're expecting a Fates Warning type of band, you're going to be disappointed. But if you want something that's kind of on the moody side and very, I think with all the, all the noise turned down, you get to hear Ray's voice, you know, loud and clear. I mean, Jim does all the instrumentation besides the guitar. And this one, I hope they continue and do another one. I mean, because they're not, Jim doesn't want to do any more studio Fates Warning stuff, which is a shame because that's such a great band. I know there's been a lot of fans on Facebook that have been rallying to you know, try to convince him, but maybe need to get our voices a little louder because at least one last Fates Warning album will be great. I mean, but in the meantime, you got that. I believe Ray is working. He just put out a solo album last year, second solo album, and I read that they're doing a second A to Z album. So that's looking forward to that. Next one up, it's not a full album, but it's still got a lot of great songs on it. Shadows on Mercury, Worlds Apart. This is Charlie from Ghost of the Machine. Again, it's just basically the two people, but Charlie sings, and I can't remember the guy's name. Scott Owens. He does the guitar, bass, and programming. And then, of course, they do have a keyboardist, Tim Lofthouse. So it's a three-piece, but it's really good. I mean, if you enjoy Charlie's voice on Ghost of the Machine, you're gonna really enjoy this. Now, I got a couple of stuff that I'll talk about the anniversary issue of something here. Get for you real quick. Band on the Run, Paul McCartney and Wings. This was the album. I believe this was the album before my favorite one, Venus and Mars. I like this one too, and it also has a underdubbed second disc. So if you and it in a different running order, it's good, but I think it makes you appreciate what was put out, the end product. I'm slowly kind of picking up a lot of Paul's stuff, the solo stuff, and then Wings. So next one. This one was a 2023 reissue, and I didn't get it until this year. This was one of the things that I got with my credit, and it's Gentle Giant Interview. Now, I I'm not well versed in them, but I like their music. It's a little quirky. I really, I really enjoy it. I have maybe about 3 or 4 CDs plus this one of them. I do plan on getting more of them, but so far what I got, I've enjoyed. So, obviously this is the Steven Wilson mix. This is just the one CD. It doesn't have the 5.1 mix. I mean, for people that are looking for that, go get the big deluxe one of that. This is one came out last year, and I didn't get it to be honest. This year is Haken, Fauna. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I have the first 3 Haken, and then for whatever reason, they were off my radar. And I know that they put out quite a few since. And then when this one came out, I had it on my wish list, but this was another one that I bought with my credit. So I do need to get the ones in between after the mountain and this one eventually. So much stuff to get, it's just crazy. Next one is another one from Big Wave Train, Ingenious Devices. I didn't get this last year when it came out, but I'm glad I got it now. I mean, this is another one that I got with the credit, and a lot of good stuff. It was 4 out of the 5 were remixed, and then the last one is a live one. The remixes sound really good. I mean, again, I guess to match the current sound, it was amazing. And also, again, if you're a fan, that's what you should get. My last one is the granddaddy. Here you go. Black Sabbath Live Evil Super Deluxe. Now this has the 2 discs for the live remastered, and then 2 discs remixed. Now, I haven't had a chance to get into the remix thing, but it sounds amazing, and it comes with these. These fantastic books. I'm going to open it up. Oh, sorry about the noise. Comes with this hardcover with a lot of stuff going on in there. It's got a cool poster. I mean, it's pretty nice. And then I guess this is kind of like a reproduction of the tour book. The Lightweight Johnny Studio. And then, of course, it talks about Mob Rules coming out. This is something, if you're a fan of the Dio years, I would say this is something you got to pick up. I do want, now that I got this deluxe version of this one, I want to go back and get some of the deluxe version of some of the Ozzy stuff, especially like Sabotage. For me, that's my favorite of the Ozzy years. I like everything, but it's just, that's my favorite. I tend to run through these things pretty quickly because these are not by any means are reviews. These are just, I'm just showing you I'm spotlighting some albums that I purchased. I do this again on the second Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. 4 p.m. Pacific, and in UK that's midnight. So, but don't worry if you don't catch it live. This is going to be on YouTube. So if you didn't get it today, March 13th, I mean, you can watch it any other time. These things are short because they're just myself. I mean, maybe one day I might think about having a guest or two just to show, they can spotlight what they bought in the month's time. If you think that's a good idea, let me know. I can have some of the people that have been on my live conversation series, some of the guys there, have them come on, maybe one or two of them come on and just kind of show what they got. I mean, it's kind of nice. It kind of gives people ideas as to what they can purchase. Just the same as like when we just did 1984, and it was 4 of us, including myself, and we had a nice selection of stuff. Everybody had something a little different. I think there was like one selection that was both by newcomer Marcel Haster and myself. We both picked Marillion Fugazi, but it's always kind of nice. I had the deluxe box set thing that they had, and then he had just a regular CD that was issued back in '84. And that was a lot of fun. So my next show is this Saturday. I believe that's the 16th. And I'm going to be talking with Kairos. That's at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Pacific. And then also it's going to be 8 p.m. UK time. So I hope you can join me. And then the week after, I'm talking with a band, another UK band, the Emerald Dawn. And all my Saturday shows are the same time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then, you can figure out the rest. And then the final Saturday of the month, which is March 30th, we're going to be speaking with Diane Potter. She and Jan are going to do just basically a duo situation, not going to be Octo and Sky or Potter's Daughter, just something different. But who knows? She might have more news on that. May 6th is going to be, we're going to favorite albums of 1989. I think I already got mine covered. There is a few that I would like to purchase. Now, see, I like to show the ones that I own, not, because it's just nicer to show off the CDs. Or, in case if people have albums, they can show those off. Well, it's been a quick minute, and I just thought people like to see these kind of things. I like to do them live because, for the most part, everyone else has a pre-recorded thing with all the bells and whistles going off, And I like to do this live where you get to, how do you say, warts and all. So again, great ones. Big Rig Train. Steve Hackett. North Sea Echoes. Shadows on Mercury. Paul McCartney and Wings. General Giant, Haken, that clear out of there, and another big train, and then the beast that is Black Sabbath. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.